Hey everyone, and happy Friday. It's Captain Chandler with your police department here with Richard Frankich, and I hope you are enjoying the day as much as we have been enjoying the day. We've tried to stay out of the office as much as possible. It's beautiful out there. It looks like it's going to also be a beautiful weekend. But we are glad you have joined us for the Community Connection Live update, where we just like to give you an update of what happened with your police department the past 7 days and talk about upcoming events, which we have a lot coming up through this month and the next week and two. And we'll go over those with you. But Rich, what's going on with you today, man?
Oh, it's been a good day. Been staying busy in the office. Got out on the road a little bit today. Going to get back on the road tonight. It's been a good day.
All good. Cool. We missed you a little bit this week. You were away at the TBI Conference, where you serve as president of the Tennessee Incident-Based Reporting System. And who's this group?
So this group is on the top row there. We have, of course, the director of TBI, David Roush.
Mm-hmm.
He was gracious enough to come out and be our opening speaker for opening ceremonies. And, of course, the TBI team across the top there from the TBI's group. TBI's is what we do as an agency, and every agency across the state. Anybody that generates reports has to be set to certain standards, and this group is the executive committee that runs that organization for the whole state. So this organization helps maintain those standards of what we have to hold ourselves accountable to for those crime reports across the state.
And those crime reports go into more reporting that the TBI does and the federal government does to track crime across the nation, really, correct?
Exactly right. And this was, being the president of the board this year, this was the first year that I got to plan and run the conference with the help of that executive committee. And we actually had a really good conference. We've gotten a lot of good feedback. It was a lot of fun this year. And I was thrilled that we got everybody to stand still long enough to do that picture. So it worked out well.
Cool. Very, very cool. Coming up with special events, we have a basketball game between the fire department and the police department. And hopefully we will win this year. We've always come really, really close. But the fire department still thinks they're going to beat us. So if you want to see us beat Mount Juliet Fire, show up October 3rd at the Mount Juliet High School at 7 o'clock. Tickets for a single ticket are $10, $30 for a family of 4 or 5. And all of these proceeds go to the James Best Foundation in this fundraising effort. And if you have not heard about the James Best Foundation, it's an organization that provides final dreams for adults who are aged 21 to 65 who are battling a terminal illness. So it kind of gives them their final dreams and wish in life if they're battling something terminal. So we're grateful to support the James Best Foundation, us and the fire department going after a win here. See who's going to win. It's always bragging rights when you can win and beat the fire department. Hopefully we will. Belmont men's head coach Casey Alexander will be our coach, and then the Belmont women's head coach Bart Brooks will be with the fire department. So we look forward to it. October 3rd, 7 o'clock, Mount Juliet High School. Another event we have coming up is National Night Out, which will be held in Lebanon. All different public safety agencies across the county will be celebrating National Night Out Against Crime, October 4th from 5 to 8 at the Don Fox Community Park. And then we have our big event coming up on October the 8th with Faith in Blue Weekend. We are doing a chili cook-off and open house. So if you have a great chili recipe, we would love for you to put your chili team in and be a part of this event. It's one of the biggest chili cook-offs we have around the community, and we are certainly looking forward to it. The TBI will be out here as well with all their special equipment. Our doors will be open at headquarters, so you can come inside and check it all out and also meet many of our police officers as we just have a good time, enjoy chili and fellowship, and it's always a good event. There'll be kids zone with bouncies, equipment displays, and also music. If you're interested in putting in a chili team, go to mjpdnews.org/chili cook-off. It has all the directions there, and there's many awards that we're going to give out that day for it. So we are looking forward to the chili cook-off and open house coming up Saturday, October 8th, 11 to 2. How's the weekly update look, Rich?
Looking good, Cap. This week we're covering September the 15th to the 21st. Getting right into our numbers. We had 922 police calls for service, 58 fire department calls, 17 crime reports, 64 arrest charges, 412 traffic stops, 204 citations, 28 non-injury crashes, and 8 injury crashes. 9 injuries creeped up a tiny bit, but we're still below 30. Of course, we always try and keep them as low as we can, but
Absolutely.
doing some good numbers there.
Got it. Awesome.
And then the crime reports, we had 7 family disturbances, 4 property damages, a couple of forgeries and trespassings, and some frauds and harassments in there.
Nice. And 0 thefts. That's really good to see. Awesome.
And on our arrest charges, good proactive numbers at the top as always. 21 driving on suspended or revoked DLs, 8 no DLs, 7 simple possession of drugs, and you see the rest. There's some warrants and shopliftings and paraphernalia. Another move over law on there again.
Got it.
And onto the neighborhood and school zone traffic enforcement. Oak Hall, Jackson Hills, Woodland Place, Park Glen, Kerr Road, and of course our school zones. 22 stops, 23 citations, and 1 arrest.
Very good.
And onto the Guardian Shield program, the top 3 stats that everyone really likes to see there in the top right corner: 133 stolen cars, 59 stolen plates, and 91 wanted persons ever since the program's been in place.
Yeah, and Rich, this week we had another Middle Tennessee police agency come by and check out our system. We have a brief presentation that we give other agencies, and we talk about the lessons that we've learned from the system and how it helps keep our community safe. And a lot of agencies really want to have this technology in their town so they can have the same successes that we do in Mount Juliet. But we're grateful to see, again, these numbers, but the numbers are actually going down in what we're apprehending because the crime element is just staying away from the community. And that's what we want. We want that crime element to definitely do not commit crime in our community. And if they're going to commit it, go elsewhere. But if we make it hard for criminals to be successful in our town, they will stay away. And that is definitely the goal. We want to keep our community safe, and we want to keep our community as crime-free as we can. So we're thankful for everyone's support of our license plate recognition program, Guardian Shield.
And that's what I got for you on stats.
Okay, cool. So, folks, if you have any questions, type those in the comments. Rich and I are here for a little bit. We'll be glad to get to those questions. I see Georgina giving you a shout out, Rich, for your Tibers efforts and president of that executive board and all the good feedback from everyone who participated from across the state. We have Mr. Long chiming in, watching, and have a good weekend, guys. You and Patty do the same, Haney. Always good to see you. Santiago just saying hello to the men in blue. A lot of officers are out there working hard today. And Rich, I'm looking at the screen here on our computer-aided dispatch, and they've been fairly busy throughout the day. It's a pretty day, so there's a lot of people out. And typically when there's a lot of people out and it's a beautiful day, our activity goes up just a little bit. And they're just working hard, keeping Mount Juliet safe like they do every single day. But if you have a question in the comments, type that in. If you are a good cook and can cook chili, please participate in our chili cook-off coming up on October the 8th. You can find all that information at mjpdnews.org with a link to the chili cook-off. And if you do not cook chili, we would love to have you just come out and check things out here at headquarters, meet our officers, meet Chief James Hambrick, and just check out some of the equipment. I see Georgina here said her chili is pretty good. So, Rich, what do you think? She needs to put in a team, doesn't she?
Yeah, she needs to get a team together.
Absolutely. Cool. All right, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. It's beautiful out there. Rich, you don't have your weather pulled up, do you?
I can pull it up really quick.
Hang on a minute. We're not done yet. We have to check.
Give me for slacking there.
Be sure, see what it's going to be for all of us this weekend.
Yeah, give me just a hot second. I'll get it open here.
I have a question here while you're pulling that up, Rich. Ryan has seen a lot of alerts about active pursuits where they end at an apartment complex and the culprit disappears into the crowd. How can we help our law enforcement when this occurs? So, Rich, I'm not aware of anything that we had a pursuit where people just disappear into the crowd. If we did, we would put out that description of the person. And so from the community standpoint, help is if we put out a description of a person on a foot search. We would just love for you to, number one, stay safe. But also, if you see this person, call us immediately so our officers can then locate this person. The reason we put out alerts on the pursuits is just to give more awareness to our community when they are active. We can't give the exact location because they're so dynamic and they can go all over the place and be at one end of the town very quickly. So we just give awareness that a pursuit is happening somewhere in the community when we are able to get to the alert system and hit that button when it's active. Some pursuits are very short, very quick, and the alert just never goes out because it's already over by the time we can get to the system and hit the button to send that alert to the community. But Ryan, I'm not aware of anything where a pursuit just ended in an apartment complex and the suspect disappeared into the crowd. But if that did happen, we would put out that description of the person, let our community know about that description, and hopefully we can find whoever is the suspect. Now, we do have pursuits where we do not continue the pursuit because a pursuit reaches a threshold and doesn't meet the criteria per our pursuit policy to continue the pursuit. There's different circumstances where that could come into play. And so the officers quit chasing, the suspect drives away. Sometimes it's not worth to do a pursuit, especially a vehicle pursuit, when certain criteria isn't met. And you're welcome, man. Taylor Given saying, hello, guys. Taylor, I guess you're up working at the investigative office today.
Go Cubs.
Hope all is well. Does she like the Cubs?
She does not.
She does not. Who does she like?
She's a Braves girl.
Braves fan. Okay. Got it. Kathy asking about a disturbance. Rich, you aware of anything like that?
Not that I recall.
Okay. All right. Well, good deal.
I got the weather queued up for you, Cap.
Got the weather? Great. Got it. How's it look?
Looking pretty good. Tomorrow, slight chance of showers during the day, and then overnight it gets a little bit higher in the 40 percentile range. But temperatures are looking pretty good. We're going to stay in the low 80s. Looks like fall's finally creeping in on us. So the highs are going to stay in the low 80s throughout the weekend, and the next week our highs are going to stay in the mid to upper 70s, and nice and clear all next week so far. They're not calling for any severe storms or anything like that. So for tomorrow at the park, they're going to have their big fall community yard sale from 8 to 1 over at Charlie Daniels Park. So if you guys can get out for that, looks like we're going to have pretty decent weather with just a slight chance of some showers. Should be a pretty day tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get to see y'all at Charlie Daniels Park tomorrow.
Yeah, very cool. I love nice weather. Here's Kathy's follow-up to her question. She saw an alert about a situation where we were handling a person experiencing a emotional crisis, mental health crisis yesterday. And yes, Kathy, we do have a trained team of crisis intervention specialists. And when we have situations like that, they do respond to the scene and work through that. They're very methodical. We are in no rush with the mental health situations if someone is by themselves, which was the case yesterday. And we work through that because ultimately we want the best for the person experiencing crisis, and we want to get them connected with professionals who can help them through the crisis. One good thing is we do have a grant coming soon with volunteer behavioral health, and we will have an actual clinician on staff with us at the police department coming soon. So we did a little bit of remodel, trying to make some room in our headquarters because we have outgrown this building. So we've done a little bit of a remodel to create a little office for this mental health clinician. And we're looking forward to bringing them on board in the next couple of months, which will be a great resource for our department, but also our community out there. As we're busting at the seams right now with headquarters, we are in the process of building a new headquarters. And the city has purchased a piece of property out in front of headquarters. There's a little field right now, and that is where our new headquarters will go. And we are in the design phase for that headquarters building, but it's probably, by the time it's done, it'll be about 2 years. So we're trying to make as much space as we can as our department continues to grow, as our community continues to grow. We have to keep preparing for the growth and the needs of the city, needs of our police department too. All right. Good deal. Rich, do you have any follow-ups?
Just wanted to throw a quick shout out to the community over there at Stone Hollow yesterday during that event. Everyone that I interacted with was super understanding about it because of the text alerts that we were sending out. Everybody was super nice and understanding, and as we were detouring them around through the rest of the neighborhood. And so thanks to everyone for being so great to work with during that incident yesterday. So just wanted to throw a quick shout out to Stone Hollow.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a wonderful community in Mount Juliet. It's always important to be kind. Sometimes we see so much negativity and what I call just bickering and fighting on social media, which does break your heart, because our community is full of wonderful people who are always understanding and helpful to one another and truly want to lift each other up. So, that's when I go about my day. I like to keep it positive. I like to lift others up, just like the little sign right above me. We rise by lifting others. And it's always nice to give people that hand up and help them when they may be having a day that's not as good as yours, right? So have a wonderful weekend. It's going to be beautiful out there. A lot of fall events happening throughout all of this month of October. We would love to see you at our chili cook-off and open house on Saturday, October 8th. Mark your calendars for that. If you can cook chili, put a chili cook-off team. We would love to have you here. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. And if there's anything you need, please reach out to us. We'll be glad to help. Take care, everyone.